Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, and can't wait for La Pitada show in March. And La Pitada show, actually, uh, came up. What Apples and Oranges is referring to is we are going to have a show, new show coming, starting hopefully the later part of February, early March. Actually, I'm not joking. It's actually going to happen. Good morning, Azuri. Good morning, good morning. ¿Qué pasa, Erasmo? Ya huele a tamales. Ay, pues ya es casi el día 24. Good evening, Erica Dominguez. Good evening, good evening. Saludos, compadre Ivan, mama, and good evening, Kanina. Good evening, good evening. It is a different type of Wednesday evening. Good evening, Joe. Oh, we're waiting for everyone to start coming in. And a lot of folks are getting ready for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. People have asked if we're going to be out here on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I will be on here Christmas Eve, guys, and Christmas Day maybe. We'll see what happens. We're gonna play it by ear. If I do come out on Christmas Day, it will be from a home, so you can see how nicely Tony Hermosa. Thank you for coming by today. If you if we do have a show on Friday evening, Friday morning, it will be here at the Cajon. But Friday evening, if we do have a show, it will be done from home, and you can see how nicely decorated it is. It's not decorated at all. Ozzy, La Scooter. Yes, that. Can you send me those little emojis, or can I find them? Those are exactly what I have: my riding scooter and my stand-up scooter. Actually, tonight I was driving my stand-up scooter. Good evening, Julie Petrarca, Parker. Hey, beautiful. I love you. No, 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 no. You cannot love me as much as I love you. I'm still waiting, Papa, for my jersey, Papa. I want my number 24 jersey. I love you, Papa. Good evening, Melida. Good evening. And let me say, Melida will be one of my hosts for the baking show. That's coming too. Woo! Everything's happening up here. Evening, Don Erasmo. Evening, Lola. Evening, totally handsome and not fat. That's me. Traffic. I watch your show like others watch the news. Hey, thank you, Cynthia. And people should be watching this. It's crazy. I got hit from behind earlier today. El cheque, the lawyer's office. Because once they hit you from the back, Giovanni Aguirre Cisneros, shout out, Papa. Hope you're doing good. Once they hit you in the back, you bank. Ay, me duele el cuello. Oh, la cintura me duele. Start getting ready. Good evening, a cat. Good evening, a Maggie, a Jessica. Good evening, a Nadia. Good evening. Hello. I'll bake. Yes! Perfect. Hey, it is Sunshine. Maggie is now officially my morning host. Woo! I love your show. I love you too. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Hola, hola, Lupita Hermosa. Let me just say, call Mike T for your car accident. He's a good lawyer. Yes! Cancel. Good evening, Enrique, Adriana. Good evening. Hello. Oh, Pat! Love you, Pat! Good evening, Adriana. ¿Qué sabes del estímulo que piensas dar? Ahorita vamos a hablar del estímulo un poquito. What? That's news to me. No. Hey, you cannot say that you don't get the news here at 9 p.m. as it happens. Nadia, hello. What am I? Chopped liver? Hey, Nadia, you're the cooking segment. Melida and me, we are going to do the baking segment. Taco time. We'll do that too. Hey, Nelda, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you. What's been going on? I missed the first few minutes. Sorry.
It's okay. We were just waiting for everyone to come in, saying hi to everyone. So that's cool. That's for sure. Hello, Isabela Hermosa. Saludos. No. That's for sure. Gracias, mi amigo. Como siempre, muy servicial. A sus órdenes siempre, Lupita. Hola, Melanie. ¿Cómo estamos? Maggie, it's just there for crafts and giggles.
Oops.
Guys, let me say, but it's
Ooh, that
a lot of
one.
giggles. Let me say, guys, that there's a lot going on. If anyone is knocking at my door right about now, send me a text message or an inbox message because I'm here. Someone knocking. I will not open the door.
Hmm.
I'm not going to open the door. If you are listening to me right now and you are knocking at my door at the studio downtown at 10 at 9:06 p.m., guys, please send me an inbox message if that's what you're going to be doing. Because if not, I'm not even going to go to the door to answer. Why? Because it's downtown.
uh,
Hola, Melanie. How's it going? Maggie is just there. Yeah, we got that one. Austin ISD is planning remote instruction and no instruction for one more week after vacation. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We are going to have Jimmy Vela on. He'll be on in a little bit. He is the board president for PI, and we want to save those questions when he's on to see what his intake is in regards to it, and then we'll, of course, Nelda and I will chime in. Buenas
sure.
noches. Sácate. So please remember that, Julie. We'll go into it in a little bit, I promise. And if he's not in by 9:30, then we'll take the question on ourselves. Have you made some cheese crisps every other night, Eloisa? I make cheese crisps. Let me tell you, part of me getting home is throwing them inside the microwave and making my cheese crisps. I'll make some tonight just to bring memories to them. But yeah, I eat them all the time. Actually, I have too much cheese a day. I've sometimes was worried in regards to like the constipation type of stuff. But I do a lot of coffee as well, so that sort of evens the keel out. Plus, I drink a lot of water.
Uh, the water is good. It'll flush your system.
Well, especially I drink. I can't drink regular water. People that have been by the office know that I don't have regular water. I have flavored water, and the flavored water
Mm.
that I buy is Bonafont from Matamoros. And let me tell you, that water is delish.
My mom used to get that mineral water from Matamoros.
Topo Chico,
Yeah, I guess so.
Topo Chico
I
is amazing. So it's
I
good for
liked
like
it.
indigestion. Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I the problem with me is it's too bubbly now, and because I have a small stomach, I can't do the bubbly. Not even
They're
out
not even they're not even covering that surgery anymore.
in the
BIS.
BSD
Yeah,
insurance.
yeah, there was a time there. I think that's what ran up the bill. A lot of people took advantage of it before you know, it had to be a health condition. And so they got it all tied in for a health condition for a lot of people. And now it really has to be a serious health reason. At least right before I retired, that was what I had learned.
Well, it is. Trust me,
Cancel. I didn't understand that. Yeah, I know.
it is
I
a.
have.
You know,
Let me turn this off.
that'd be good idea. It is a health condition, so I'm very sad that that happened. Imelda, are those pins in the background?
Yes, my family were Disney fanatics, and those are some of them.
Disney.
Disney. Yeah, you. Oh, I love Disney. I know. I know.
I'm.
If it hadn't been for Disney and the Peanuts gang, I probably wouldn't know any history or world geography.
Let me see where I left off. Is that really you at the door, Pablo? I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, so I have lots of questions for the PI people. Where's Miss Capistran? She's such a nice lady. The PI super. Come on, Erasmo. Everybody's waiting for you. I can't even find out questions or anything. 2020 was a person. Hello, we're waiting. Erasmo? Erasmo? Did you just leave us? Well, today is my first day of making tamales. I've just started actually the pre-making of tamales. So if anybody has any advice, consejos, I'll take them. So please add them in the comments and for me, because I will definitely need them because I've never made tamales before.
I'm that guy. Sorry.
How could you leave me? I
I
mean,
apologize, guys. They brought me
aw,
pantaloni and good evening, a peppermint patty. And guys, guess what I got?
what'd you get? Lucky.
Oh yes, it's a coiva.
Hmm.
It's a coiva, and this is definitely a a coiva. And the reason I can tell is because of
Hold it up. There you go.
the uh the wrapper.
Hmm.
And
Bless
because
you.
it made me sneeze. The wrapper, if you see on top, it's got this little gold little stripe, and the gold stripe, it has to have like a little indentation in there. This is a coiba,
Wow.
and this is going to be my Christmas coiba.
Well, there you
Thank you,
go.
my friends. Thank you, my friends, for my Christmas gift. It's good to be at Erasmo Castro in Brownsville, Texas, guys. Yummy on the cigar. Sorry, guys. Well, they should know better than to disturb you when you're working without no. No, it was a friend, guys, and I thank you, my friends. I love you all. Thank you so much for taking care of me. Again, just send me a message and a text because I go like, oh, and it's fun. And the reason I said that, guys, and again, was because right when I was coming in, there was one of these homeless people that, hey, and I go like, hey, and I boom, and I came inside and I locked myself in. Sorry. Uh, yeah, that's yes, that helps. Yes, I'll do one tonight. Good evening, Erasmo, Marta Alicia Delle. Oh, good evening, Nelda. That cranberry juice you're drinking. She's.
Uh, Today it's water. It's just water. And it really was cranberry juice.
I don't believe it. What's the word of the stimulus check? We're going to go to the stimulus check in a little bit. Saca check it. Oh, you exchanged pins. Not her.
Yes. Yes.
He went to get the door. Someone was delivering something to him. Yes. What kind of tamales?
Oh, I told him while you were gone that I'm going on a new adventure. I'm soaking the hojas because tomorrow I'm gonna make tamales from scratch.
So I should expect tamales tomorrow night afternoon.
Good luck with that. I'll try.
Good job. Never heard of bolson. It's
Oh,
my Santa Claus's bag of gifts.
mm.
Hello, Janie. I believe a letter is sent out saying the teachers can work remotely if they don't have students. We'll go into that right now. No, he did the same thing to me. I think he likes having backup so he can walk away. Step away, sir. Step
I
away from the
know.
mic.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is the Erasmo show. I'm just a friend.
You did good. I used to sub for you and your coworkers, Nelda, when I was in college. Did you work ever Vermilion in the mid-90s?
Yes, actually, no, 90, 91, 92.
Oh yeah, that's the 90s.
Yeah,
Pantaloni. I love
the
it too. Actually, I like my pantaloni with a little bit more fruit than this one that these have, but these are still amazing, and I'm going to have that actually this weekend. Nice, my brother Frank Perez loved those. The
Hmm.
cigars. Do y'all like the Esta Mañana con Erasmo design? Yes, thank you, primo. The Esta Mañana con Erasmo, it has the sun made into a concha. Classic.
Oh, that is
You
awesome.
haven't seen it? It's on my page.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna go look it up right now. Hold on.
It is
Let me check that out.
amazing. And we have with us Jimmy.
I was
Hi.
literally sweating right now. All right.
Sweaty?
I just got in right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just got in right now. I was out delivering some of my stuff, and I was running around to make my background look good. Right. I wanted to put up a green screen and everything. I was like, you know what? My Christmas background's gonna have to do.
It's awesome, man. Hey, did you color your hair red?
I did.
It looks amazing.
I didn't. It's the reflection of the. It's
Is
the
it really?
reflection of this.
It looks awesome, man. You should think about that. That actually looks pretty awesome. Let me tell you, I've always wanted to color my hair, but I'm a little bit afraid that if I do put paint in my hair or something, that my hair is just going to fall off.
No, it won't.
Well, at my age, let me tell you, I cannot afford for my hair to fall off. It's
Well,
just
you're only 39, no? 39? 30,
32.
32.
Who's
32.
counting? Now I'll be
It won't
34.
fall off.
I'll be 34 in January.
No.
I'm very excited about it. Let's go back into the so how have you been, Jimmy?
What was that?
How have you been?
I've been good. I've been waiting for you to come over for breakfast, but I'm not.
Let's do it next week. I have a lot of free time next week. Let's plan on next week with Frank and con la raza.
Yeah,
be
and
fun.
I'll pay.
Woo! Then it's definitely going to happen, bro.
I'll happily pay. Not because you don't want to pay. I'll pay because I want to pay.
So you heard those rumors too, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I got so used to being a board member.
Well,
Well,
In
huh.
a board member in Brownsville, Texas. And
there you go. I like the clarification.
Ahí te va let me put something in your napkin, young man.
What is that? A sense of entitlement?
No, it doesn't happen. Guys, let
Yeah.
me say this. One of the things that let's go. Do you want to do the TEA stuff first, or we want to go through and check it first?
Whatever you want. You're the host.
Yes.
The
You're in
host,
charge.
the hostess with the mostest.
Yes, sir.
Let's do. I guess what's on everyone's mind right now is el cheque. El cheque. One of the things that we did learn yesterday and today was that we had to everyone was in an agreement in regards to sending out the $600 stimulus check to everyone out there. $2,400 max for families, $1,200 for individuals. Even the White House people were all in favor of it. Then all of a sudden, President Trump sends out a tweet saying, "Hell no." That was yesterday. I want to give people $2,000. And everyone's going like, dun, dun. Now, the issue right now at hand is that the Republicans are going like, hell no, we didn't even want to give them $600. And the Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer said, hell yeah. Even Bernie Sanders and AOC said, yes, $2,000. So right now we are at a stalemate. We don't know what exactly is going to happen. Jimmy, what's your take on the El Cheque?
Well, the first thing I thought about when I read about it, I was remembering back when he came out in Oprah saying that if he were to ever run for president, he were to run as Democrat, right?
Yes.
Like maybe he's showing his true colors now, right? Now that he's out of there, maybe he's changed his mind, or as far as AID's concerned.
Well, wait. When he went on Oprah, he said he would run as a Republican because they're so stupid. No.
There you go. He alluded to something, yeah, like something in that manner. So So yeah, I mean, for him to say something like that, right? Like it brings you back to what he's doing now. I think he's so upset at his party. He's like, nope, let's just do what you know. It to me, to tell you the truth, it's great, right? It's great for everybody that needs that money, especially right now. But how much longer is it going to take, right? Something that would have, like you said, it probably could have started next week, but now who
Mhm.
knows how long it's going to take. So it's a good and a bad thing.
Well, I
More
think
money is better. More time isn't good.
the issue was, I think, look, it's one of Trump's last hurrahs, and I think one of the things that he wants to leave in the mind of people was he gave us $2,000,
Right.
Right.
as an exit. So he plans to run in 2024. There's no doubt that President Trump is going to run again in 2024. And let me tell you, he will be nominated again for the Republican Party nomination in 2024. The problem is that the people in Washington, the Republicans, I mean, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because now if they refuse to give the money, then who's going to suffer are the two senator candidates
Right.
in Georgia.
Mhm. Yes.
Nelda?
Yeah.
No, I agree. In fact, I was speaking to my dad who lives in Georgia, and he was telling me about it today. In fact, that they exactly what you said. They're going to end up having to agree with the 2000, which is a yay for everybody. My only question, and part of the conversation we were having about they're going to end up losing their seats in Georgia, which would end up causing the Senate to lose their majority vote. Um, but my concern is what's in that bill that's going to have to get passed. We were listing. There was a Facebook post that had so many different areas of Pakistan was getting something for sex education or something. I don't know, gender education.
uh, Gender education. I think gentrification. That's to make sure that they're educating females at the same level that they're educating, which is a good thing, guys. It's a good thing.
Well, I mean, everything's a good thing, but does the United States really need to foot everybody else's bill? And I mean, right now, especially because you can't tell me if you think about it, we've lost a lot of Americans worldwide. We've lost a lot of people. One person makes a big difference when you lose one person. This is going to change us. This is changing us forever. We're not the same America that we went in, at the beginning of 2020. This is going to be a different America, and don't we want to be on the side of something positive? I don't know. I just don't. I think we're going to be in such a big debt. Good luck.
Well, I think, and going back into the politics of it, I think it's again, it's good for Trump in regards to
Mm-hmm.
PR. It's bad for Biden because it's going to probably make the economy start to tank afterward.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be during those 4 years of this Democratic rule. But with that said, guys, let me say again, and I've said this before. I don't know if you agree, Jimmy, but I don't think that Biden is going to serve out his 4 years as president. I truly believe that we are going to have the first female president in the United States, and I'm making that prediction now.
I agree. I agree completely. I mean, you start to think, right? What everything you see, right, with like the health issues that have come out, um, some of the stuff that he says, right? I'm just like, did he really just say that, right? Like little things like that. Like I definitely agree. Um, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for what's to happen. However, I know what the concern is for most people, right? But I guess that's where you and I differ from opinions, because I know we differ a lot in opinions, but that's definitely one of them.
No, but
I'm ready.
I'll say it. Let me tell no, and we do differ in some opinions, but I'll say I'm all for a female president. I'm all for a female president. I don't care if it's Democrat or Republican. I don't care. I was all for a African American, a minority president. I'm very, very glad that, and I said this 2 nights ago, United States needed a Barack Obama.
Right.
And as much as people, this where we might disagree, Jimmy, the United States needed a President Trump. It
Right.
needed a slap in the face. And it doesn't need a Joe Biden, but it does need a female president. And it's going to be Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris will be the next president of the United States after Joe Biden.
Yeah.
That's my prediction for these next 4 years. But with it said, again, it's going to cause difficulties. So again, you tank the economy for a little bit, and then Trump then gets to run on. You see what they did? It really was a lot of these last minute policies that's not going to help. Again, Trump is thinking about Trump. He's not thinking about the party. And I don't think at this point, again, I don't think that he's doing it for the people at all. I don't think it's for the people. I mean, and let me tell you, as an individual who is going to receive that cash, I'm ecstatic to receive $2,000.
Oh yeah.
Unlike my friend Jimmy, who's very, very rich, I need those $2,000.
I've already spent it.
$2,000 that we still need to pay back at some point. Yeah. It's our money, guys. It's our money. So you see, Jimmy, we agree more than you think we do.
We do. We do. We just like to keep it interesting. we like to keep the people wondering, right, what we disagree about.
Dun, 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 dun. Border walls for other countries, BS. Democrats didn't want border walls for the U.S. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I am kind of actually, kind of concerned with. I think our immigration policy is going to go to hell.
Oh yeah.
I really, really fear for our immigration policy. Let me tell you, our area cannot support an influx of more individuals coming in from Central America, even from Mexico here in this area. We don't have good paying jobs for our people here. We don't. Our economy is pretty bad.
I was thinking about that border wall. Why weren't they innovative in their thinking and create it into like something positive, like a tourist destination or something that people would want to go and visit, make it, did it have to be that way? Because definitely, if anything that we've learned in 2020, all of our government systems need some kind of reformation. There needs to be some changes big time. We have a systematic breakdowns at every level of government, and they need to be addressed. And it's just which one's going to happen first.
It's going to be interesting. Let me tell you, I'm excited to see what's going to happen the next 4 years and I'm excited for the next presidential race. It's going to be a doozy, man. It's going to be a slugfest.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
It's never a boring day with these presidential elections. Again, my concern is, and I think the Republicans' concern is right now is Georgia and losing those two senatorial seats. Let me tell you, folks, I want there to be that balance in Congress. And Jimmy and I might disagree on this. I'm not sure. But I want there to be that balance, that checks and balance. And again, I don't want the Democrat Party to have full control of Congress and of the presidency. Jimmy?
You'll see.
Jimmy!
There's so many things we stand for, right? And all of us are conservative to some point, right? All of us are conservative to some point, especially for the working class, right? But when it comes to the overall issues, I mean, it just makes a lot more sense to me on the decisions that are made on the blue side. But I really think we're ready for that total. That, like you said, that's where we do not agree with each other, but I respect what you think. I know you respect what I think. So 100%. It's definitely, I think it's been a long time waiting, and I'm ready to see the Democrats really prove the Republicans wrong.
Well, I'm just concerned with the big socialistic movement in the Democratic Party, and to be honest with you, I think that's where the infighting is going to start, because
Mm-hmm.
even the Democrats, they don't agree with a lot of the leftist
Right?
things that like Ocasio, the squad want to introduce.
It's
They're
an extreme, yeah.
they're kind of scared of them. I mean, if they are, and one of the things that I think that Alexandra Ocasio Cortez,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that she recently mentioned was that she wants to change in leadership in regards to Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker of the House. And guys, that again, it's going to start to mark off that little territory where what's going on.
But then you think, right? How much bite does she have? That's another thing to think about. How many people is she actually influencing in the Democratic Party? I agree with some of the stuff she says, right? There's some stuff that she makes sense in. It's the way she approaches it that really turns a lot of people off. And I just don't think that she has enough influence in the current Senate and House. But that can change, right? She can go in and talk to them, and as long as she doesn't become whip, right?
My lord. And again, I think what I feel is that it's because of the backing that she has with a lot of the individuals that elect these people into office. That elect a lot of the Democrats, because as crazy as it may sound, she is very, very popular in New York area, in the northeastern part of the country. Very, very popular, and it's going to get to the point where if she's not supporting your candidacy, you're going to struggle to get reelected. And let me tell you, 2 years is not a long period of time. It isn't. And again, a lot of the Democrats out there that are going to want to have the squad on their side, let me tell you, it's going to be an interesting couple of years in politics. Actually, it's going to be interesting. It's something new, something very, very, very different. Again, and yeah, we disagree on this. I don't want both any party. I don't want the Republicans to have complete control. I was very,
No.
very glad that that the Democrats had control of the House. And look, guys, and I don't care about the, oh well, they impeached them. They didn't. I don't care. I don't care. It's their right to do it. They have a right to do it if they deem that they needed to do it. But with that said, I was glad that there was that separation of powers. That not one party had complete control. Because can you imagine, Jimmy, if the Republicans had full control? I mean, no, and they have control of the Supreme Court. Can you
So
imagine if they had the presidency and Congress? I wouldn't want that either. Honestly,
right.
I wouldn't want that either. And as conservative as I may be in a lot of my points of view, I don't want that for the country. I want there to be negotiations. I want there to be dialogue and discussion. Say, hey, let's meet halfway.
You see,
Because
and that's what I've seen in history. As far as what I kept like keeping up with history, when the Democratic Party does have that control, I see a lot more common sense decisions made bipartisanly. Like that, again, I haven't seen as much as you have, right? Because I'm a couple of years younger than you. Only a few. Only like 2 or 3. Yeah. Just
One
two or
me,
three.
man. One
So
me.
those two or three that I haven't seen, I just feel like, again, everybody has their thoughts, right? Like you said, everybody sees everything differently. Everybody has a vantage point, and that's what I've seen when that Democratic Party has everything, when they have that full power. I see them working more with Republicans. It must be a Texan thing, right? Um, Seeing how here in Texas we work like that. I'm the minority here in Texas because it's a Republican state, but that's the way I've seen it. I don't know. You disagree? I don't know where you've seen the
well,
difference.
again, our people down here. You see, that's what makes our people down here in this part of Texas so very different from any Democrat anywhere else. I mean, look, we as a community, we picked as the Democratic state senator candidate, we picked basically a Republican. You know, I
Yep.
mean, Eddie Lucio Jr. is closer to a Republican than any candidate out there. And you know this. You know, he runs as a Democrat, but is he really, really a Democrat? He is not. You know, and Sarah Stapleton ran on that progressive wave of the Democratic Party. You know, a Democrat. And despite the fact that we are a blue county, a blue section of the state, they voted for the Republican candidate.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, again, guys, now what's going to happen is we're going to have a chance as a community to, to actually go out there and choose again in 2 years. Did you know that, Jimmy, that in 2 years the state senator's position is going to come back up because of redistricting, which is going to be interesting because I think what's going to happen is that uh, Eddie Lucio Jr. will no longer seek to be the senator for the district. As,
Hmm.
I think that Eddie Lucio III, who is a friend of mine, is going to run for senator, and I truly believe that he is going to have a difficult time. Comments?
I
I,
agree.
I think he's going to have a difficult time because a lot of people are getting tired of having the same names repeated on the roster. Nothing's changing, and everybody's looking for to uproot the incumbents.
it's going to be interesting, man. Let me
I
say,
do.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Sarah just needed to fine tune a lot of the different things, and Sarah would have been the nominee for the nominee for the Democratic Party, but it went to a Republican. There needs to be uniformity at one point. Dems get blamed for not fulfilling their plans because the Congress is divided, and vice versa. Because the Congress is divided. Oh yeah, but you know what? Again, I want people negotiating. I don't want people ultimately deciding for everyone because this country is divided. You know,
Yes.
if there's one thing that the presidential election proved to us, I mean, more people came out to vote for Joe Biden, 100%. Not by 100%, but we know that that's a fact. I don't care what President Trump says. More
Hmm.
people came out to vote for Joe Biden than for President Trump. But it's very, very close in regards to that margin, guys. So I'd easily say that our country is 50-50. It's not 50-50, but we have half and half. So I don't want one party ultimately deciding what's going to happen for the whole's future. This is my take. Reps
And
one.
you have to remember, Erasmo, the people, the majority voted for Hillary as well.
Yes.
She won the majority of the votes. It's the electoral college that got Trump in. So as far as popular vote, you can tell that there are a lot more Democrats voting or voting for the Democratic candidate.
Well, yeah, I think she won it by 3 million votes, something like
Mhm.
that. She won it
Yeah.
by 2 to 3 million votes, something like that. I can't really remember. But again, we are in the electoral system, and I want to keep the electoral system. I mean, look, and it's not impossible. Biden won the electoral vote, and again, that's the way it should be. I think AOC is going to make the jump to senator. She wants to stay there for a while. God help our country.
Hmm.
Erasmo, what separation? Trump always said he had a DOJ, his commanders, his Congress, that there was no checks because, unfortunately, Congress people chose party over democracy and the law. Well, the Democratic Party still to this day controls the House of Representatives. Great discussion going on. Congrats. Oh, thank God, you. The other thing that we, that was asked was in regards to, I don't know if you saw, Jimmy, but Austin has decided to continue virtual learning 100% for the next couple of weeks after coming back from Christmas vacation. I know that y'all had voted on, going virtual the whole year round. Is that still the case?
No, TEA turned that down. We were looking into the funding, of course, right? We wanted to make sure that that funding wasn't going to be an issue, and it was. So what TEA did grant us was that extension to go in later, and that's where we had been working closely, like with the county, to make sure that we were following protocols, but we never went like 100% back in. And these are the things, right? Like this this state asking for 2 more weeks. It's schools actually going out there and advocating, right? Because there aren't enough people saying, this is the reality, right? Like, we're in a hot zone. Like, you can't compare apples to apples here. It's
Yeah.
we're apples to oranges. Like, I'm part of leadership TASB this year, and I was discussing with all of the other board members from the state, and it's like our numbers are so high, but they're not high enough, right? What is high enough? Like, how many people do we have to lose for it to be high enough? And that's one thing I feel. I saw this coming. I knew the spike was going to happen during the Christmas break. It happened during the Thanksgiving break. Unfortunately, it's going to be worse right now during the 2 weeks that we
Yeah.
have off. So, I mean, is 2 weeks enough, right? That's one thing. Are these 2 weeks coming up enough? A lot of people are thinking that this vaccine is going to stop everything, and people have to remember that it's not. This is only helping the people that have taken it, and we have to remember that now that there's a vaccine out there, we have to even double the precautions, right, to make sure that this vaccine is effective. And those of us that haven't taken the vaccine, stay away from what's still out there, right? Like, that's the only way we're going to slow this down. And I'm happy the state made this decision, but I'm I'm all for the rest of the year. The way things are going right now, I'm all for the rest of the year distant learning.
Well, something that you mentioned is very, very true. Unfortunately for us, we know that TEA, it's Republican rule in regards to the governor, and we understand that 100%. And let me tell you, I've since day one, I've called out the governor for the wonky decisions and the going back and forth, the same way I called out the president when I guess I just didn't disagree with what was going on. But with that said, let me say, if they're basing it, and you made mention in regards to apples and apples. It's very, very true. Something that I've been saying since the beginning, guys. We have to look at our numbers, what our
Mhm.
numbers are at. We as a community, we cannot be expected to adhere to TASB, to TEA's guidelines, like a little ranchito allá in Northeast Texas that has absolutely zero contact with the coronavirus. And the governor himself, he called our area, the Valley, Rio Grande, the Valley, Laredo, and the Victoria, danger zones. Those are his
Yes.
words, danger zones. So, guys, there is no reason for us to be sending more and more individuals onto campus. Now, with that said, Jimmy, I've said it, and I think you've heard me say it, and I'll continue to say it. Our numbers are not right. Our reporting system has failed. Definitely not on point, and I proved that this summer in July with the number of deaths that the county was reporting and the number of dead individuals that were actually lying in the back rooms of the funeral homes. Our numbers are off. And I'll give you one other example. And I think I've spoken with Mr. Davalos from PI in regards to it, and we sort of agreed to the fact. Look, at guys, it serves no one for a school district to be hiding numbers. It serves no one. The district needs to be transparent. All districts have to be transparent. These teachers have fallen prey to COVID-19. These students have fallen prey to COVID-19. When a district fails to do that, Jimmy, then TEA and the lawmakers up there and Cameron County people say everything's okay. They're not reporting but one individual. And I'll share this with you. In one of our high schools, they reported, oh, one individual tested positive. It's not true. There was an outbreak at the high school, but they refused to report it because they didn't want to upset the people. Your take?
I, I mean, it's scary, right? Um, these are decisions being made by authorities, school authorities. I I'll tell you one thing, Erasmo. There are districts that have dashboards with live numbers of cases in their districts.
Transparency.
I actually spoke to our superintendent about it, and I told her I want that up, right? Because that's what's always going to be in question, right? Parents are always going to want to know that. And I think having those numbers up is going to be a lot more transparent in what we're representing, right? A lot of people are going to see numbers today. Wait a minute, why is PISD reporting 4 and Port Isabel's only reporting 2, right? Like, or the numbers aren't adding up with the Laguna Madre area and PISD. I think that's important, right, for every entity, especially an institution, to make that very transparent. And I'm definitely going to make it a priority to make sure that that's up latest by January, the end of January, because when I saw that, I was like, wow, like imagine if everybody did that, right? Updated their numbers in real time.
Number. It'd be
Do you
amazing.
have an example of which district had that? I'm just curious to look it up.
I can get one for you, yeah.
I mean, I would be curious to know which ones are willing to be so transparent. I mean, what else are they transparent about?
It's
They're
everything.
you see, and BISD, I can only I would want for BISD to be that transparent because they owe it to the kids. They owe it to the families who
The
are making
community.
decisions. The community needs to know. You're right. And how receptive is your super to your request for something like that? Was your administration willing to do such a thing?
Yes. Yeah. We're like I said, we're actually we're in the process of having it up by January.
It's awesome.
That's definitely what we put up there because it's like why have to call somewhere, right, to see
Yes.
what the numbers are if it's just as easy to put them up. The
And
way
it
the county's giving us these numbers, like you said, supposed numbers.
mhm.
Um, I'm looking for the conversation.
And
I mean, what you
y'all were smart to snatch her up.
And as well, Biden already stated that he's going to push open schools back up in his first 100 days. So it's not a political party designation. Politicians want to open schools districts back up. Uh, I'm not sure that that's actually what's going to happen. Again, one of the things that Biden has been very, very cautious as in regards to bringing a bunches of people together in areas. Again, I'm very proud that he picked for his uh, Secretary of Education someone that's actually been, in public school, which is a majority of the individuals here in the country who have an intake. Who was, I think, an assistant superintendent, if I'm not mistaken, for schools. I'm not sure if he was even. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know, but I will find out. Jimmy just posted the link, Nelda, on the page.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do I have one more I'll be putting up.
Good.
Thank you.
That way you can see the differences.
Well, Jimmy, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Jimmy, so did TEA take 50% of y'all's funding? Apparently, that is what they told our superintendent from Region 1. Did you all see the plan that McAllen has in place? This plan was announced on Friday.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to Alex Dominguez, our representative, last week, as a matter of fact. And that's definitely something that is in the works. It's very, I mean, right now, of course, we're all lost. So it's kind of like, if it is happening, we kind of got hinted it, but I don't want to confirm nor deny quite yet. But once I know for sure, I will ask to come back on here.
Awesome. Let me say that the McAllen's plan is amazing. And again, it goes to the leadership that they have at the McAllen Independent School District. The superintendent there was very, very proactive in regards has been very, very proactive in regards to informing individuals, and has been at the doorstep of TEA, and constantly being one of the first in regards to that, Hidalgo County, one of the first to go out there and for ask for all those waivers that were being granted, or needing to be submitted. Let me tell you, because this is again going back into this dashboard that needs to be kept up to date. Wish we had Mr. Vela's leadership at BISD. Trust me, so do I. It goes back. It goes back, guys, to the leadership, guys, and it has to. And you mentioned leadership. It has to have that fighting spirit for individuals who are wanting to go out there and do what's best to the community. With that said, they based their claims because with the, I think it's is it Gonzalez, the superintendent for McAllen? I can't remember the name. Anyway, I can't remember the name. But what they did was they presented their numbers. They presented their numbers to TEA. They presented their numbers up there to the state saying, this is what we have. The problem with our school district is we were being so non-transparent with our numbers. We didn't even find out that the first person from BISD had even passed away until TEA was requesting that the numbers be provided in order to grant the second extension that was given. It wasn't until then that BISD came clean with the numbers. And again, it's very, very unfortunate. Maggie makes the comment. Brownsville's dashboard was wrong for our school. The district sent out 2 letters about staff, but the dashboard said 0 staff. That is part of the problem.
Brownsville has a dashboard?
Yeah. In regards to the count, what we're getting at, guys. Let me say, it's something I learned this during the summer with the death count. The death count was completely off track.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'll say this again. I've said it 100 times. During the 4th of July weekend, the county reported 3 deaths. There were 75 people who passed away in Cameron County. And Brownsville, 75 people in Brownsville that passed away.
Wow.
75. Now, will some of those people come in from other places? Maybe. Does McAllen superintendent win superintendent of the year? I think that went to didn't that go to Harlingen superintendent? I can't remember.
I think so.
I think it did. So again, guys, when you don't have the right numbers, and look, Jimmy, I mean, you're the president of the PI school board. I mean, can you imagine you all as a school board and Terry Alarcon going up there to TEA and saying, hey, we're in trouble, and then showing Cameron County's numbers? I mean, it shoots you in the foot, because you're telling them, guys, our area is under strain. We're in trouble, but Cameron County is only reporting 3 deaths. It hurts your cause.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, because of all of the noise, I guess you can say, we're making down here in this itty bitty school district. She got a call from the commissioner directly, and she told him what he needed to hear. So that's one thing I'm very grateful for, right? That the commissioner actually looked at what Ms. Capistan actually put out there, and he flagged it, right? Because he called her and said, hey, tell me what's going on down there. So you never know, right? You never know why these decisions are being made.
Mm-hmm.
Where this? Oh, yeah. Students face-to-face should be notified of any positive case. Yeah. Yeah,
we agree, Claudia.
Yeah. It's like I know that once we find out, we send letters immediately to parents. We notify them that day, right? It's why districts are not following? No bueno. But yeah, going back to that. Sorry, guys, I'm very ADD. Yeah, it goes to show, right, that the commissioner is actually listening, and he's paying attention to what we have to say, because he could have seen Port Isabel, right? 2,000 students, small district, right? But when leadership takes a stance and actually goes out there to, advocate for their district, it's awesome, man. That's one thing I'm very proud of.
Can a school district be held liable if the campus administration doesn't notify the students' parents of a positive? Because
Honestly,
they're not
right
following
now,
PA policy.
I mean, everything is so there's so many loopholes to everything, unfortunately, right now.
Okay.
um we're learning from this, from the government down to us, right, the local
Hmm.
authorities. So it's kind of like we're trying to do as much as we can, more than anything, to keep the kids safe. It's not even like doing things right is right, following
Hmm.
protocol, but making sure that our kids and our staff are safe is the number one thing, of course, everybody should be looking after. The protocols follow, right? What should we do to make sure that everything is going on as planned, as it should be going? But the first thing we think about is the safety of the kids, right? And then everything follows. So absolutely, should the district be hold liable uh if they're not told? I would seem to believe so.
I again, you see, me and Jimmy, we agree on so much.
Yeah.
How sad that they hide the numbers, and yet those teachers are working so hard. When we have a positive at our business, we just have everyone work from home and bring in the disinfecting company and disinfect all our office. We have to show trust, and they work hard for us, and we roll up our sleeves and the work together with them, 100%. The teachers get to choose who leads them. They need someone who will care for them and trust them. No, the school board does.
And that's the thing, right? You would think in here in Port Isabel, the majority of the voting are the educators, right? Because that's the biggest, that's the largest employment that we have here in the Laguna Madre area. If all of them would go out to vote, they would be choosing who their leaders are, because you know it's the school board who chooses it, and in essence, they choose who the school board is. So you would think that's how you would want it to work, and
In in the a beautiful world, that's exactly how it would work. In a
Right.
perfect world, unfortunately for us, we live in an area that is, again, and I'm going to say this. I don't know how in the world a lot of the people that won for school board this time around. I have no. I mean, I still, and I'm not a sore loser about it. I'm just baffled. But again, guys, it is what it is, and anyone that wants to say that flipping of numbers doesn't happen here, it does happen, but that's for another show altogether. Nathan, thank you so very much for your service, my man. I love you. I appreciate all you do for our country, but more than anything, what you do for our community. Nathan
Yes.
is one of my students. Thank you so very much. He is coming down tomorrow after 6 months to see the family, and he will be visiting Erasmo Castro at the office. And
nice. What an
very,
honor.
I'm very proud, Nathan. Very proud that you are going to stop by tomorrow and visit. And much love to your family and everyone out there who is sacrificing. It's not easy, guys, being away from home during the holidays. Who is Mr. Jimmy? I'm late. Jimmy! Jimmy is the president of the PI Independent School District Board of Trustees. And I'll say it. I always say it, and I say it about Mr. Davalos as well. I mean, I'm sure you have a great team out there, but Jimmy and Mr. Davalos, let me tell you, I'm very proud to have that type of leadership in our area. They are proactive, they are transparent, they care about the community, man. They care
You need
about.
to get them on here.
Eh?
You need to get them on here.
Yes, we will. We'll do a show at the start of the year, guys, together. I love Mr. Davalos, man. I follow him again through social media. We have the opportunity to follow individual social media, and I see him in Laguna Vista. I see him, PI. I mean, the guy's just out there for the community, man, and that you have to respect that, man. You have to respect those individuals that are out there for the right reasons. And I don't care what anyone says, you know. And I know, and Jimmy and I have known each other for a very short amount of time, but I know that he's out there for the community, you know, and he cares. And Fernando Davalos, the same thing, you know, the guy's out there for the community. He cares. Great, great guy. Great leadership, man.
Thank you.
I don't know all the rest of the people out there. I've seen them. I know it's some conferences and stuff, but
I think you met Heather at
yeah.
the delegates assembly.
Yeah, but again, it's the, you know, y'all make a great team up there. And Terry Alarcon Capistan, and I'm sorry I didn't mention her new last name out there. It's just, you know someone for such a long time with one name, Alarcon, Alarcon. But
you all must, you're very intelligent because you definitely picked up one of our best. I mean, Miss Alarcon Capistran is just amazing. I'm a former parent, and I was very blessed and very glad that she was there for my children at Hannah. So I mean, you guys were smart enough to do that. BISD couldn't keep her. Dang.
Thank you for the gift.
But our city's loss is y'all's game.
Yeah.
The last time the BIC COVID dashboard was December 14th. And even that is wrong. But again,
Well, I looked for it. I couldn't find it.
Theirs is wrong. The county's is wrong. Everyone's is wrong. The person that wins an election is the one who gives the most chicken plates. That's the truth. Not always.
I didn't get chicken plates till after I won, so
I didn't get my chicken plate.
I didn't know you back then.
Oh, you're lost.
Okay.
I was a pollito in 2015.
Guys, this is. Let me get this out.
Ooh.
This is the logo for the new show starting in March. Well, it's one of them. I think there's going to be a lot of them coming on. Esta mañana con Erasmo, and that sun is actually a concha.
Good. Looks good.
I like that.
And thank you, my primo David Castro. Thank you so very much. This is amazing.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's what we're going to do, Jimmy, is that we're going to start. You're like I say, you're a young'un, but we used to have a show here on Sundays called Aquí Rogelio. No,
I remember.
You remember Aquí Rogelio?
I'm telling you, I'm only 3 years younger than you.
Well, Aquí Rogelio, in the spirit of Aquí Rogelio, we're going to start off a new show Sunday mornings from 7 to 8:30, an hour and a half. And if it grows, then we'll make it a little bit longer. And we're going to do a little bit of variety. We're going to do a little bit of music, a little bit of cooking, a little bit of baking. We're going to have our first meeting next week. It will be Wednesday at 1:00. Anybody else that's interested in taking part? I mean, we're going to do our best to make it as professional as possible, guys. So it looks like a TV show, man. With technology the way it is, it wouldn't be that expensive to do. And again, we're going to have a little clip for an interview. We're going to have music. We're going to showcase talent. We're going to bring in our students. We're going to present artwork. We're going to have these little video made in regards to a cooking show, a baking show, even stuff like that. What do you think, Nelda?
I love it. I want to know what your segments are going to be besides. Did he ever have like breaking news or anything, or you'd keep that separate?
We did the breaking news. We do the breaking news on my page as a. This is what's
right.
At the moment, it's very hard to have like a breaking news show. We tried to do that, but it gets very tiring because during this whole pandemic, there was breaking news like
all the time. All the time.
God.
Yeah. No, I love your idea. I think it's going to be great. I remember coming to visit my grandparents, and every Sunday morning, my grandpa would have the concha and the barbacoa.
Yeah.
And Aquí Rogelio.
Aquí Rogelio.
Yes.
Well,
the Johnny Canales show.
Johnny Canales show. In that spirit again. And
that'd be great.
I wanted to make sure that, I mean, look, we're not reinventing the wheel here. Aquí
No.
Rogelio is legendary. And again, my respects to him, Padre Juan Nicolado, Johnny Canales, all of them, man. I mean, amazing. It's just that we don't have something like that anymore. So again,
No.
all credit to where credit is due. It's not Erasmo's idea. I mean, it's they started this a long, long time ago. We just
Hmm.
want to bring it to social media, and because now, provide that everyone's on social media now, everyone, and so individuals. We're hoping to get of a large audience from Matamoros, Brownsville, the Valley, if possible. Maybe even Port Isabel. I don't know. Este, but get a wide variety of audience. We are going to have it's going to be mostly in Spanish, but we are going to do a lot of bilingual. We are very, very bilingual, very pocho pocho around
And
here.
you could do announcements. Would you do announcements like
Oh yeah.
the kids? Yeah, especially you're so active with the schools and BISD, and it's that we're having a new tournament.
Yeah, I
This
100%.
this thing or is so and so child won regionals for this, that, and the other.
Yeah, 100%. It gives that opportunity because you're going to have an hour and a half. It gives a large opportunity. What we're going to meet on next week is to divide the segments. We're
Okay.
going to have one of these segments for this, one of this segments for that, one of this segments for this, and we're going to do a live. Besides being mostly recorded, it's going to be a lot of it. It's going to be live interviews with people. Have a little curvy couch and stuff.
Oh, that's so cute.
Let's finish with the question that we'll end it tonight. I wonder how BISD decides how to count the students that have tested positive. Last time I checked, it showed 3 students have tested positive for our campus. But since I talked to parents when it deals with devices, I had more than 3 parents ask me what they should do about picking up devices since the family had positives at home. It's crazy.
Mm.
I think at this point it's just very hard to measure because I used to be the chess sponsor. I had close contact with parents, and some were texting me asking for prayers because their kiddos had tested positive. So I know we had more than 3 students. Yeah, see, that's the problem. We just don't know, guys. Oh, Tony's interested. Yes. Next week, Wednesday at 1:00, Tony. Yes. Is the school district going only counting the kids that were going face to face and had tested positive? Again, I think the district wasn't reporting as much of anything, except when they were informed. Then they felt obligated to report. Just a quick top 5 things in the news today, or something like 100%. And we go over them very, very quickly. You should do it like my class. I showed live my art lessons from YouTube, and any students that ask comments during it. Yeah, and that we'll have that capability because we'll have that technology. It will be awesome.
Sounds good. It sounds really good.
Bring Roman. We need drama.
Oh
No.
Lord.
That's why I changed my background to blue. Roman.
No.
Y'all is drama. I don't even know what happened or where it happened.
Me either.
Pero
Me
ya,
either.
por
No doubt.
favor.
No
We're
doubt.
supposed to be united.
No doubt. Me either. I don't know. And you know what?
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to know because a lot of people come and say, "Oh, that's what that this Roman's saying that." I don't care.
Who cares?
I don't care. And I don't care. And I had Royal stop by to visit today, and Royal like, "Hey man," I said, "Royal, I don't care. I don't care about that little guy. I don't care what he says. I don't care." And you know what? I have more important things to deal with. Like like the records department, stealing our
Yes.
students' money. Like
Yes.
uh, Sylvia stealing our money, like
Yes.
Charlie Atkinson sending his kids to school positive. I got important stuff to deal with. Not that. Oh, shut up.
It's distracting, and it doesn't allow us to stay focused on finding and sharing information that needs to be done, so
Yeah.
that we united as a public can go ahead and say and request, expect, demand our school district to do better by our kids and teachers.
In a perfect world, yeah. In a
Mhm.
world where people like Roman exist,
Oh, I don't even want to hear it. I don't know. I don't know. I like everybody. I don't know anything.
JJ, I wish I was in Vegas.
Huh?
This is actually for my business. I have a little side hustle, so this is what I use as my background.
You sell jewelry,
People
right?
enthralled.
You sell jewelry, right?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah.
I love it. I haven't bought
I
any yet.
sell some jewelry. It's fun stuff.
Too cool. Nelda, last words.
Everybody stay safe and have a very Merry Christmas.
That's a short last words. Jimmy, last words.
Guys, it's still real. It's still out there. Please do not take this lightly. I've heard so many people say the vaccine's out there. We can go back to normal. No, we can't. Not yet. I give it another at least a year till we get back to normal. Hopefully, if that. So please, if you're gonna get together with your family, please do it social distantly. That's what we're gonna do. Um, Follow all precautions because we don't want to lose anybody else, especially you all viewing, any of your family. So, Merry Christmas. Erasmo, thank you for having me. I know I was supposed to be here this morning, but we'll talk about that later. But
All right.
thank you all so much. Thanks for the opportunity, and it was a pleasure being with you all, with both of you all today.
Jimmy, who loves you in Brownsville?
Frankie,
Ow!
Ah,
Jimmy.
Carlos,
No! No.
Peppermint Patty.
Hey, Jimmy.
You know I love you, Momo.
Love
You're
you,
my number
Papa.
one. You're my number one.
Love you,
You're my
Papa.
number one guy. I don't want Laurita to get mad at me. So
oh
you're my
my.
number one guy.
I love you, man. Thank you so much for what you're doing to our community because, one of the things that I've always said, what happens in Port Isabel, it affects us. What happens in Los Fresnos affects Brownsville and vice versa, guys. We're our community. We are too close to each other. I mean, our primos están in Port Isabel, our family, my nephew
Mhm.
are in Los Fresnos. It's all family, guys. So I appreciate everything that you and Mr. Davalos and Ms. Capistran and everyone on that board do for our community. It's greatly, greatly appreciated, and I admire y'all's leadership. And guys, as Jimmy says, please stay safe, social distance, face coverings. Guys, we're in it for at least another year, guys. We're in
Yep.
it for the long haul. Vaccine or no vaccines, please stay safe, guys. Please. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. And guys, be good to each other and continue to be good to me. God bless.
God bless.